behavioral issues, or is it a combination?
I think one of the opportunities, we don't call them challenges, we do call them opportunities for growth, but one of the opportunities that we do see are scholars who are joining MCP who are not joining us right at K4. And so scholars who may have experienced a different learning style, a different educational environment, in a different organization, and they're transferring into Milwaukee College Prep, they have been taught a certain type of way, not saying one way is particularly better than the other, but Milwaukee College Prep is just going to teach them a little bit differently. Our expectations are extremely rigorous, beginning in K4 all the way up through 8th grade. And so we're just having to acclimate them to how we learn, how we process information there, and how we believe in the relentless pursuit of excellence. And so there are no if you're going to be successful, it's you are going to be successful at MCP.
Tell me about the importance of expectations. If you put expectations on a child, some educators might think, well, we can't expect them to perform that way. Mm-hmm. Can we push back on that? If you raise the expectations, children will sometimes shock you and meet and exceed even the highest expectations.
Mm-hmm. I want to take that one.
Come on, Al. Come on, get some of this.
We believe our kids can and want to learn. We believe our kids can and want to be successful. We believe our families want to be successful. And so, we never look at a child, we never look at a scholar, we never look at a family through the lens of, this is a hurdle or something that's in the way. Mm-hmm. We see this as an opportunity to pour into our kids, to pour into our families, and give them every opportunity that exists. I mean, I hear a lot of people talk about the achievement gap, but the fact of the matter is it's not an achievement gap, it's an opportunity gap. And we're giving our kids every opportunity that, their counterparts in Whitefish Bay, their counterparts in Mequon, or wherever you name, have. And so our kids have every opportunity academically, culturally, co-curricularly that any child in the state, any child in the nation has. And so that's something I pride myself on. It's something I know our team prides ourselves on, is making sure that our kids have every opportunity afforded to them possible.
Are these gaps that we measure, are they fair? Because other geographic areas may invest a tremendous amount in the educational infrastructure, which we know Milwaukee schools may not get that same dollar amount. So is it fair to even compare? They might be investing $50,000 a year in a child over here. They should be doing a whole hell of a lot better versus $7,000 or $8,000 or $12,000 or $15,000 in some Milwaukee children. So when we have these quote-unquote opportunity gaps, are they even fair comparisons? Because if you invest more in one child and less in another, the metrics are not going to be the same.
Right. So let's just name it. We do more with less at MCP. Mm-hmm. Charter schools, public charter schools in the state of Wisconsin receive, I want to say, close to 85% of what traditional public schools receive. If you're talking about dollar amount per kid, literally meaning two kids can grow up two houses right next door to each other. One can go to a charter school, public charter school. One can go to a traditional public school. And that child's education, success, life has a different dollar amount tagged to it by the traditional public and by the state than what our scholars will have. We can talk about that all day, but I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, my job, our jobs at MCP is to make sure that those kids are successful. We can't wait for, budgets. We can't wait for policy to change. Like, we have to do what it takes right now because every day there's 2,000 kids coming into our buildings that are depending on us to set them up for success for life. And so while that is true, there's gaps in funding, there's gaps in support, there's gaps in all the things. Our kids have to be successful. And if that's not happening, then we got to figure out how to make it happen.
Can you tell us about the role of racial equity and the role it plays in MCP's approach to education, staffing, and family engagement?
Ooh, that's loaded. I love it, though. It's no secret. The city of Milwaukee, in terms of literacy, scored dead last on last year's assessments. Looking at the NWEA scores, I think it's very clear to see that MCP does what it takes to grow our kids. If you look at math achievement, all 9 of our testing grade levels met their growth targets last year. If you look at ELA, we've quadrupled our output in terms of kids meeting their growth targets last year. And so
English and language arts.
English and you're right. I'm famous for throwing out an acronym.
No,
English and
that's why I'm
language
here.
arts. Absolutely. And so, educational equity is a very, very important topic at MCP. It's something that I've learned since being at MCP in 2016, that it's just in what we do. We believe in making sure our kids have the very best in front of them. And so not just the curriculum, not just the programming, but the people that we put in front of our kids is very important as well. And so, yes, all the noise out there around, the gaps, the funding, all that stuff. And I'm not saying that those things aren't true. At MCP, from 7:30 a.m. to 4 o'clock, we're all about pouring into kids, giving them the best opportunities they can, and make sure that they're successful.
Dr. Cleveland, Milwaukee College Prep is known for strong academic outcomes. What are some of the recent academic achievements that you are most proud of?
Sorry.
Yeah. He stole the thunder already there. But I do want to just re-highlight those scores with the amount of scholars who have increased in reading and reaching their math and their English language arts goals over the last school year is really a testament to the work that we have put in from the top all the way down. Everyone is an integral partner in the education of our scholars at MCP, and that includes the families as well. Families are bought in to how we are teaching, how we are instructing their scholars, and the rigorous expectations that we have for all of our scholars. And it shows in the data.
Absolutely. And if I could add on to that, too, because I did not mean to steal the thunder on that one.
It's okay.
But even before the most important learning takes place in our schools, the bottom line is kids have to be there to receive that learning. Yes. So I'm very proud to say at MCP, we've seen a dramatic decrease in behavior and discipline referrals and suspensions, which means, that's great. Kids are behaving and engaging with the school in a great way. The most important thing, though, is that means kids are in school more often. Kids are in seats more often. And so I'm very proud of our attendance numbers. I'm very proud of our cultural metrics that make sure that kids are available and in place to receive the amazing education that takes place in our buildings.
Can I jump in and add one more thing? Going along with that attendance, MCP is a network that does not even have transportation. And so that just goes to show how our families are bought into the education that their scholars are receiving at MCP. Like having above 93% average attendance on a daily basis on all of our campuses, and parents are transporting their kids to make sure their kids are getting this excellent education.
Glad you brought that up, because attendance is like half the battle. We see that children that do not attend school regularly, they're less likely to finish. They're not going to catch up and get on grade level, et cetera. So that's fantastic, even without transportation. So on my program, I talk about investing quite a bit because it's something I want our community to do more of, but also look at different avenues in which we can invest. If someone wants to invest in MCP, what kind of a return on their investment will they get, and what can they expect?
Oh, I mean, it can be 1,000-fold. I mean, any time, talents, or treasures put into MCP are not just going to pour into the kids that you directly see on that day or that you directly engage with, but it's going to impact the community as a whole. We know the statistics on upward mobility, economic mobility. We know the statistics on early childhood literacy and reading in third grade. I mean, all of these things are what's going to change our community for the better. I mean, we can always talk about, we want to see this change in our communities. We want to see this other thing be different. We've got to start at the very beginning of the journey and get our kids educated, prepared for life, socially, academically. And that's the return. The return is going to be, immediate on that day, the joy that you would receive and the impact you'll see right away on that day. But then again, when you see that growth of that cohort of kids, that growth of the people in our communities, that's where you're going to see a lot of that return on investment.
And if people want to donate, how can they go about doing so?
I mean, if you want to get involved with MCP, you want to donate, you want to volunteer, you want to just come through and see the magic that happens, you want to go to mkeprep.com. You can find all of our campus contact information there. Again, there are 4 campuses, 5, including our MCP3 program. And you can just reach out directly, call the offices, let them know that, hey, I'm interested in coming to see this, or I'm interested in touring, or how can I get involved in making a donation? There's also a donate tab on the website as well. And so all the information you need to get involved, to donate, to support is there.
Al Keith, CEO of Milwaukee College Prep, and Dr. Trila Cleveland, thank you both for being here, and good luck to the both of you. And you guys are going to have a bunch of Nobel Peace Prize laureates, and scientists, and all sorts of things.
Absolutely.
Oh, already. It's an amazing place.
It is.
Thank you guys for being here. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes.